Hey folks, Quilly here and welcome to another episode of a Let's Play Songs of Six. We are the Hungry Elves, or Tilapi, or whatever. I think I'm going to settle on that. I'm actually going to make the thumbnail today in preparation of putting the first video up. I did advance time a little bit in between episodes here just to let a couple of the buildings finish up. We have a few frozen corpsicles sitting around. Yeah, I really did not get those hearths up early enough, but it's fine. You know what? It just guarantees that we've got a little bit of fresh meat. So we're going to find out if the cannibal works the way I hope it does. We will see. If we got a couple of workers. Oh, there's actually a dead person in here specifically. That's kind of funny. But yeah, will the number of corpses go down? People are still waiting to come, even though there's been some wrongful deaths. It's early enough that it's not really an issue. So, my workers here. What are you up to? You are constructing. Well, that's interesting. So it's not just like farmers on the downtime. It seems like anyone on a downtime will do things. But okay, but how does this work? Oh, yeah, there's no... Oh, there's this one. Cannibals butcher corpses for meat and other resources. Having them can be severely detrimental to reputation, but some species prefer human meat, which ours does. I don't understand. Slaughter 03. Oh! Oh! You don't slaughter corpses. You slaughter prisoners. Oh, well, shit. Well, so much for that. What I thought was a very funny idea. I think it's probably not worth keeping this up then. Dang it! All right, we'll just close it down, free up the workers, and I guess we're gonna need to bury some people. It's what, under health, right? No. Afterlife. Mass grave. So let's go ahead and chuck the corpses somewhere. Kind of off in the distance, I think, this time around. Or, you know, right over here. That's what we're gonna do. You know, right by the side of the road, it's fine. People will know what they're getting into. I mean, we're not going to need this size right now. I don't think it takes very long to construct because it's just kind of digging a hole. But here, we'll do that. Oh, it actually does need 5 blocks, apparently. Okay. Maybe for a little bit of reinforcements. All right, let's go and bury those. Do that. We'll probably deconstruct that because I'll probably want that space for something later on. When we do go warring, I guess we could probably take prisoners. Now, I was just thinking, what was it? There's services was some of the military stuff. Yeah, you like it when we kill enemies. You like archery training. You like having an army. You like prowess. You don't want to be at war. It stresses you out. You also don't like chivalry. Okay. You don't like being besieged. Fair enough. Okay, that seems fine to me. Groovy. Do I want to pull in more people? Not right this moment. But soon. Okay, meat storage. Do I want to bring down something and then increase the meat storage? Now, one thing I saw, there was a tip I saw posted online of like, some people spam food vendors all over the place because the food in there doesn't rot. And so you could have a bunch of these all over the place, even at the edge of your city, where it's not really being useful as a service, but as sort of this weird, hacky way to preserve tons of food. I don't know if I'll actually do that. But I guess the other thing I can do is, since we're not going to have people of other species... Well, no, I guess... No, again, we'll leave all the food on because it's a storage and they can eat it if it's not available otherwise. All right, that's fine. What I'd like to do maybe is get one of these orchards going on. And then maybe the next time we get a fruit harvest in late summer, we will go and do... No, I don't want to do that. I want to activate you. This, if we get this going, we'll have a very, very consistent and safe food supply. So we'll do that. That's going to give us a ton of wood. We've got the furniture going on. All right, I have the janitor there. The road. What's the size of an export depot? Like, would it fit nicely in the road? It's not bad. That's actually kind of interesting to me. Again, I might put some decoration and other services in the middle, so really people are just walking in maybe like a 2 or 3 tile thing on each edge. kind of like that as a vibe. Like, I could do this and start exporting furniture. I mean, we don't have a ton yet. I'm wondering if I should export the armor. Just as a one-time. We could also export raw wood. I mean, we're going to put some foresters down here. I don't know. It might be better. Well, what we might do is set up both, right? I might be like, listen, we'll get extra wood, excess wood, we'll get excess furniture, we'll sell both. That seems okay-ish. Okay, let's assume we're going to want an export depot for lots of things. And I kind of like the idea of having a series of export and maybe import depots, because the import depots are a little bit bigger, but I think they're the same width. Actually, no, they're the same size. Wait, did I do an export depot that was bigger than it needed to be? That one was, like, weirdly smaller. No, okay, same amount of thing. But yeah, we could do something like that. And already, yeah, we're going to have too much wood. So here's what I'm proposing. While the decay rate on this is pretty low, I think we're pretty far away from plate armor. I think, you know, leather armor, archers is probably fine. Because we're not going to be making plate armor for a while, so it's not like we can really count on this to kit out one of our armies. I mean, I could make a small squad of 50-something, give them the 31 armor, and then hope that's good enough. But no, I think we'll probably end up going the other way. And yeah, you are producing plenty of meat. How much are we eating? Yeah, net of 44. Like, that's not a huge net. But it'll be fine. Now, the janitor here doesn't give us another room for one of these houses, but this might be a good place for service buildings. In fact, I think what we should do is probably get a religion. What religion you want? Is Crater the one that is your crazy one? Is it this one here? Okay, the sort of hourglass symbol. Is that Crator? So if we look up shrines, it is. Okay. And what I'm wondering about... I mean, I don't actually... Okay, we don't need it to be huge because we're not going to have that many followers of it right now. So we don't need a mass amount of services. I guess the other thing I was thinking is like service buildings over here and then maybe some more housing. These sizes are annoying because I guess this is always like a whole number and that's kind of an odd number, isn't it? Although if I rotate it, could do this. I mean, that's a pretty big one. Room for 102 worshippers. Well, I mean, okay, they don't all go and worship at the same time. But no, let's do it. We had a lot of small shrines before. Let's do a bigger one over here. We can have a few smaller shrines for the other religions, just a token amount here or there. Or maybe we ignore them completely and we only do shrines to Krytor. That's a possibility as well. And yeah, I mean, this is going to take forever. Yes, it needs the fruit, but it mostly needs a lot of clearing. I'm assuming they'll work on the clearing. Yeah, there it is. There's not a whole lot of it going on, but that's fine. And if I did want another one of these housing blocks... Oh, what about with the flowers? How do I feel? Can I go natural flowers? Okay, no, they still look like rinky-dinky over here. The only thing they don't have is the stone around it. I think I do want the stone. Can I just say replace here? No. I'm just going to go and remove that because I want consistency. I'm going to remove that. I think the rest all has stone. It's a little hard for me to see, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Dang it! Maybe I should draw this in line mode. So I'm going to do that, and it's cancel the road. At least here it didn't actually dismantle the road because the road didn't exist. Now, we're not in planning mode, so a little bit of that road will get built now, but that's okay. I think that's the stony... Yeah, that's the stony one there. So, if I copied this, like I could confirm that there's no room for another one over there as is. But I think that'll probably be okay. But I'm going to go and start another one. I got the 3-tile wide path. We know we don't need a lot of space, but we don't want people bumping into each other either. Plus, we can fit more decoration. Is that lined up? Yeah. Let's do that. So each one of these has room for 40 currently with no upgrades. So this will bring us up to 120. You know, I'm going to go and assign the other one here. So we'd have enough housing for 160 people. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the... You can track up to 160 people, please. Now, I could double click here, but I just kind of want to convert... Did I type it in the right place, right? Yeah. So there you go. Okay, good. They're being auto-accepted. Lovely. All right, get that going on. Because we've got the food. Like, the meat is still coming in. Oh, we got a bunch of veg, which isn't one of the things we particularly care about as a preferred food over here. Did I cancel the collection of vegetables on the map? I don't think I did. There it is. Cancel that. Okay. And then over here... It does take a long time for those trees to get going. And maybe the food thing... Well, no, we'll be okay with the meat. And there's some stuff on the map that we can kill, and people can eat this other random stuff. They won't be as pleased with it, but that is actually kind of fine at this stage in the game. Fruit go down, right? Because we started with some, and we haven't really been growing it. Meat going up, vegetables going up. Stone, yeah. Herbs, good. Okay. Furniture recipe, that's staying the same for now. I don't think anything else has got a recipe. Well, this does, because we're going to change to leather probably at some point. Because we'll get our ranching going on. Speaking of, right, I forgot that that's still going on. That needs a lot of wood too, which is going to go. Okay, that's fine. We're sort of setting this up to clear to get the wood and just prep work and then go over there. Although maybe I want to prioritize it. I don't know. And this was exporting the cotton, which there's no more cotton over there. So actually what I'm going to do is turn this off for the moment. Oh, yeah, it remains. Oh, that's right. Okay, Quill, stop queuing up shit. I know it's hard for you. Okay, as I was going to say, maybe I should put a pause over here, but this is nearly done. And we are getting more people, so the construction is very actively happening. You know what? I kind of like the idea. Do I do another 9-tile wide road over here and then just keep putting in like hearths and wells in the middle there? And then the bigger service buildings kind of go in this middle area? Ooh! Oh, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. All right. And I like it. Yes, we have a sick person. I like how we've got a different aesthetic going on from our last city, which is nice. There's a health category. Right, we could get a lavatory going on. Should we just... Do we just flank the temple with the lavatory? What is this one? Oh, no, we have a lavatory. Never mind. For some reason, I thought we didn't have it yet. Yeah, there. Lavatories. Wait, this room is poorly insulated. Oh, no, I didn't notice this extra door. Okay, hold on. Refurnish. Remove door. There. I didn't notice that go to 90. Well, no one wants to sit on a cold toilet seat. That's no good. Anyway, I was going to check like the service amount and things like that. Available services 1111, load 90%, which I don't know if that got reset. If those stats may have gotten reset here, so we'll take a look before we look, before we change anything. Wow, load 98.4%. Now, that's probably a lot of people who are behind on their religious needs. And I know, like, the service is 102, and we have more people than that, but I don't think they all have to go simultaneously. So I suspect this shrine is actually way more than we need right now, but we'll keep an eye on it. The janitor's workload is 76%, so you're definitely fine. And then you guys over here, consumption 100%, that's looking good. And you guys over here are just chooching perfectly fine. Ooh, look at this, the commute is... I didn't know the commute could get better than 100%. That's nice. And yeah, it might be nice to throw an upgrade on you at some point. Livestock. Oh, did this finish? Did we move the livestock over? Or did our livestock go away? Oh, frack, we might have missed our livestock. More oh, those I think are just lingering. They haven't been collected yet. There you go. I was going to say, no one should be dying from exposure now. I mean, it's springtime, if nothing else. And I thought, now we've got 2 hearths and we've got homes for people. That shouldn't be a thing. There we go. The worshipping is happening. Load. Oh, it is sitting at 100% right now. We might. Do we need another lavatory already? Is that possible? I don't know. I'm betting if we just wait, that'll go down. Load 5.5% over here is expected. Yeah, there you go. We have way more than we need there. That's exactly what I figured. Okay. So, man, I want to queue some more stuff up. But no, we can trade for a one-time thing for some livestock, I suppose, if we have to. Oh, this export depot, you know what? Go ahead. You're going to go back to this, but I don't know if the other one's built. Go ahead and just export away all that armor. And this one is available. Okay. So what I'm going to do is you will be set to export. Actually, I suppose for the moment you can export wood. For warehouses are more than half full on wood. You know what? No. Yeah, we want our warehouse at least 80% full on wood. Above that, you can sell. I don't want it to be pink. I mean, there's not a lot in there. You are set up to pick up stuff on the ground as well, which should work. If the warehouse is 80% full, presumably you won't pull from the warehouse, but you'd still pull from the ground. And of course, I could put a pull source for the warehouse, but I don't think it should be needed. They have equal priority, right? They're both, actually, this is not a high priority thing. I think, yeah, there we go. Some wood is being loaded in there. I think that's going to be okay. And then we'll accrue a little bit of a nest egg. That's going to be fine. Furniture we can potentially sell some a little bit, but we don't actually produce that much. Arguably, we need a bigger warehouse or more warehouses. I suspect we'll probably put a little local warehouse over here for that, but I'm not sure. Want to finish the little road area? Yeah, let's do that. Our people do like the dirt roads. In fact, here's a question. Should I do that? No, okay. Do I want more flowers? I think I do. They do have a degrade value, so I guess we do actually have to worry about this adding to our janitor's workload, which I don't love. But it is awfully pretty. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be sticking to like a 3x3 wide road over here, but I'm going to go and do that now. And I guess I'm also going to fill in this bit here. Sure. I mean, we'll almost certainly be splatting a bunch of buildings on some of this, but it's not really too much cost labor. Yeah, we have a lot of odd jobbers, which mostly I'm hoping is going to clear that a little bit faster. Clear this a little faster. I guess they're going to clear this before that. All right. Meat's still there. Yeah, we still can't do another hunter. And I would like to start some research soon. I don't want to delay it as much as I did last time, especially since we do have some fairly dedicated stuff. Well, I did get some research, which we did apply to the hunters, which I think was a really good thing. And do I want to get one tick in carpentry? Yeah, you know what? I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Get that working a little bit more efficiently. And that's definitely going to be one of our industries. I don't need to upgrade my woodcutters right now because we don't have any woodcutters. We're still going to casually clear some stuff as we go. I mean, there's tons of wood just lying around, just rotting right now. Oh, there we go. Going for a swim over there. Of course, we don't have our pond set up. I want to leave. I wonder, maybe a little pond here would actually be kind of nice. Although I think, like, I kind of feel like the natural irrigation path might be here. I don't know if the apple orchard really cares about it. It's mostly going to be about irrigation to bring... Oh, you know what I should do? I should do it on this bottom part, because I think I'm going to have more orchards and more ranches down here. So we'll do that. And it's not so much that I'm worried about the moisture for here, but I'm going to want a pond in the middle of our town. Since apparently I'm not allowed to have a big green forest space in the middle, which, yes, admittedly a proper park would be better. Shut up! I still liked it. Noise or not. I guess we could take a look at the noise map on this map over here. So yeah, the only source of noise is the carpenter's building over here. And it doesn't even range far enough. Even if I had a house on the other side, there... Actually, no, this would only hit the outer wall of this house. And that might not even count for noise inside the house. So this is actually completely fine right now. Maybe the people walking on this path, like, I don't know. I guess that's the thing. Maybe it's less about noise in houses. Maybe any noise is bad. Actually don't know. Environment. And I'm assuming you hate noise. Yeah, disliked. Although right now, we're in good shape. Right? Because we're only at 0.6% noise. And going down. So, yeah, it is clearly when they walk by. So maybe I don't even want the carpenters in the thoroughfare. Well, first of all, I think we're going to need bigger carpenters later on. And, oh, hello, super screenshot. And moving it maybe a little inward would be good. Or we could put a little sound barrier. Is it only walls that block sound? Like trees and things block sound? In real life they do, but I suspect they don't in this game. And yeah, if I'm going to canal over here, I think that is another good argument for getting rid of the carpenters here. So maybe what happens... I guess I was still thinking of maybe reserving space for the big apple orchard here and here, right? Maybe we set up a carpenter's back here, or sorry, a woodcutter's back here, and then the carpenter's over here. And we have this sort of wood industry there, a little far away from everything and the noise. It means we'll have to bring furniture into the city. But really, other than stockpiling a little bit for janitor maintenance and then construction, we don't consume furniture the same. Well, eventually we'll probably want to assign furniture for houses. So that's a little bit something, but it's not, I don't know if it's the same logistics system. Like, I don't know if it consumes as much as some of the others, like when we had the bread and other things like that. So it might be okay. I don't know. Maybe it's dumb. Well, it's a balancing act of everything, right? You want to keep the heavy industry away. Oh, unless we build it more over here. Because I had talked about this area maybe becoming an industrial area. I could do the woodcutters over here and the carpenters just below, and it's a little closer to the center. And there wouldn't be the same through traffic in this area. Like, yeah, there's a big road over here, but no one's using this to really get places the same way. Oh, all right. I don't hate that. Other than these big constructions, I think I am caught up on my construction, which is nice. Money is going up. We have a lot of workers available. Although, again, right now I'm pretty happy with the work here. And what I'm going to do, actually, they're going to hate this, but I'm going to say don't eat apples anymore. If we get any apples, if we get any fruit, it has to go to the fruit orchard. So I'm hoping that we are harvesting this stuff still. Yeah, that's the harvesting like indicator. Unclaimed, good. So hopefully they go and do that shortly. We'll stockpile the fruit. Probably get a ration maker earlier too. The ration maker had a bunch of different recipes. Now, I don't know what they are. Maybe I should open the wiki on the other screen. Because I think the default was bread, and then we found the bread plus herb one was even better. But I'm assuming there's one that's like, we're going to salt some meat, or dry out some fruit, or something like that. I'm hoping I don't need a bread industry just to make rations. But if I recall, wasn't there like 6 different recipes in there? I might be getting confused with something else. I mean, what am I talking? I would never get confused. All right, all the wood's been delivered here. There's still tons of wood on the ground. But again, we are also selling the wood, which, yeah, I think that's going to be a great little kickstart. Already over 100k money. No imports set right now, which we could plan for stone, like cut stone. I mean, there's still loose stone on the ground, which is good. But my people don't like to work stone quarries. And I think we really are going to do a lot more importing. I think it's going to lead to a lot better. And of course, if we end up with a bunch of puppets. And I'm still bothered by the fact that, like, signing a trade deal with a puppet. I mean, presumably the implication maybe is that we already have a trade deal and I didn't need to sign it. But in the end of the last thing, we're signing a trade deal, like, counted as a betrayal. And I mean, I saw the little, like, betrayal number at the bottom. I didn't really understand what was going on with it. But I'm like, I don't know, it's weird. There wasn't, like, as far as I could tell, there wasn't a big flag of, by the way, this is going to break agreements X, Y, and Z. I mean, Z. But, you know, workload is low. So you probably don't need this many traders. I mean, I know it's like there's dynamic adjustment. Well, right now, actually, the excess workers is fine because we've got tons of people. Okay, cleared is 100%. There you go. So you're just waiting on the fruit. And you are nearly done constructing. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have a chat with one of our neighbors. Now, I would like... There's more people here, so I was wondering if the price might be better. 195 an item. Yeah. So we don't have a trade agreement yet, but what we're going to do is, well, actually, we might be able to get one. If I do something like, listen, I want 10 livestock to get me started, and I would like a trade agreement. How do we make this work out? I've got tons of money, and you'll have 3 rations. Perfect. Trade agreement with these guys, and we get a little bit of livestock just to kickstart it. It's not like we were desperate to get things going. We just need some livestock, like to bootstrap this. 100% and done. And then, oh, you're deactivated. I thought I deactivated you. We actually lost 1 piece of armor, went from 31 to 30. That's a shame. Yeah, I didn't realize you were turned off. I thought you were still idling, trying to sell fiber. There you go. That is gone. Presumably got our money for it, so I'm going to turn you off again. I will put you back to fiber because that will be your job. Maybe I should have just done an Intellidont. But I'm assuming we're going to want the fiber. I mean... No, because there's maintenance, right? Our house is needed. I think it would be annoying to keep it as an import. It'll probably be another industry we do. In fact, we might just do onxes. Well, leather for armor. Maybe we just import armor. Because, I mean, we'll get some leather from the hunter, but eventually that won't quite cut it. Okay. And I'm a little tired of these roads not being done. So we're going to go ahead and get those happening now. Down there. At least. Actually, to there for that road. Sure. And do that. And let's get that and that happening. Good. I'll probably do a big box select on the activate later to catch anything, but this is okay for now. So yeah, in theory, this is still set up that we will be able to kickstart a little bit of a fruit harvest there. Unavailable livestock. Guess we're still waiting for our delivery. Interesting, you've got... Oh, no, 1066. There we go. 23 people seems like a lot. Oh, the dynamic isn't on. There we go. Turn the dynamic on. Let me drop this down a whole bunch. Probably you'll need to recruit more people. Actually, I'll set it to 10 because we have the workers right now. Maybe I could have left the dynamic on. Or, like, I could have left the workload max and let the dynamic only slowly trickle down here. There we go. Done and done. It's time to kick in the research. Because if I'm not concerned about growing all these other industries, and I do have these workers around, maybe. I still don't have to worry about setting up a woodcutter. And yeah, you just need 600 fruit delivered, which is a lot. Should I do a trade for 600 fruit? You know what I could do? We're going to want import depots. And I kind of do like the idea of having it in the middle. So let's go. Put an import depot. Leave a little one gapper. Put it there. Actually, I guess I'm leaving little three gappers because I might put some decoration in the middle. Let's do that. We'll put an import depot here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it for fruit. In theory, we're going to be growing our own. But yeah, let's get some in here. We really do need to get this started as soon as possible. So we want fruit. Never import. Yeah, I'll set it to the max because we don't store that much. Yeah, 80. So it's just up to 80 over here. Should probably go. Let me turn off the mushrooms because we're not doing that, and then we'll updo the fruit over here. Good. And then we're not doing cotton. We're not doing this actually. So actually, I will go and updo the fruit completely. So that's up to 320 fruit that we might go and acquire. And as soon as we get some, it'll get brought over to the construction site. And then we'll have to turn that off, but that's going to be fine. All right, so yeah, we're still shipping out the wood. Oh, we got negative money. That's interesting that you can go into negative. Maybe if the price tweaks a little bit as you go. Okay, I turned off the fiber storage over here, right? No, I did not, but I'm going to. With at least us with one crate, I'm going to go and updo the meat. Okay, we're full on furniture. Now, there's storage inside of this, but we'll want to do something about that. We might just start selling the furniture shortly. So this depot, right, is going to be set here. I don't need to worry about it yet, but at some point, like, the fiber is going to be collected in here. Oh, wait, that's not storage. No, the fiber, I think, will just stay on the ground, won't it? But yeah, I think I can just activate this depot. All right, I'll do it now. Turn on. Set you to 1. We'll leave the dynamic on, which will probably be all it is. Can you pull from here? No. But you don't have to. You've got this. I mean, when at least 100% of warehouse crates are full, which theoretically, if we have no crates, should always be the case. I mean, we could also set it to 100%, but I'm going to leave it there. So there's going to be one person employed here doing nothing, but apparently, as we've learned, they might go and act as odd jobbers. And that I hadn't realized, and that makes me feel a lot better about some of these things. Okay, there we go. A bunch of fruit just arrived and is being delivered over here at the orchard. And There we go. Now, food safety is still fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this out. We will no longer accept more fruit. But I will go and say, for any fruit we have left over, by the way, JK, you can go and eat that now. There we go. Get the fruit orchard. This is going to employ a lot of people, and I'm very fine with that. The workload is low. Keep being dynamic there. And this won't be a dynamic workload for some reason. With the orchards, they don't do that. A little bit of worshipping here. What's load? 7%, 72%. There we go. That's good. That means we're very actively using it, but we're fine. And as expected, we did wickedly overbuild this shrine to Krator, but that'll be okay. We'll build a little bit more housing over here, and it looks cool. Rule of cool sometimes dominates. We've got more people willing to come. I mean, we're at our population for housing cap. I mean, ish. We've got 10 housing left. Maybe I miscounted. No, 10 each. So that's 40, 80, 160, 160. Oh, I wonder. You know what? We might need some housing over here. I don't know if that's too far away. Well, no, it's actually, there's no homeless in that number. We might be like, okay, what's the commute time over here? That's not great. Okay. I mean, it's not a horrible inefficiency at this point, but it's certainly far from ideal. Now, I was talking about doing a woodcutter and maybe a carpenter over here, but we could absolutely have a little bit of housing. Maybe right here we have a little bit of a housing block. Yeah, I like that. And we will try to keep in mind, well, I mean, if some people are getting hit by noise, although as we know, it's not, I'm at this point, I'm like, it's not the housing noise. Although if the noise goes into the house, maybe it'll lead to more people spending more time being exposed to noise, which certainly won't make them happy. But maybe it's just make sure my noisy industries are a little bit more isolated than they have been. And that'll do good things. Okay, there we go. Construction is done. Workload 100%. 51 people employed. Yes, I think so. I mean, at some point this orchard will go away, which is sort of annoying with given how much startup time there was. But this is about like sort of securing that even if I screwed something else up, we were still going to be good and have some amount of fruit trickling in. But, you know, I got to think, oh yeah, with the trade, maybe it wasn't as much of an issue. Okay. I could go and assign furniture. I'm not going to do that. I think we're going to start on research. Laboratory. Wooden buildings. Is there a specific area you need to be in? No. And I mean, I don't think you emit noise. So maybe it's less about, like, I was saying industrial area over here. Maybe it's more like, think about noisy stuff over here. Or we just double wall all our noisy industry. We've got our throne over here. The laboratories and research things near the throne room sounds kind of good to me. I don't think we'll end up doing tourism in this run just because it feels like it's not a really good fit for us. So, what I could do, right, okay, these things are 45 by 45 internally. I don't know if we'll have the same pattern over here, but we could consider something like that, right? If I went, and are we measuring? Yeah, okay, so this is internal space. So we're adding 2 on the side. So if I did like 41 long internal space, this is something that takes 45 horizontal space. I might still want to go and limit us to 7 so I don't have to deal with internal stuff. And I did see the value of, like, for the tourism, it looks like the bigger building is better, but otherwise I'm not sure it makes a difference. Now, I don't know about roundness and how, like, am I going to be emitting some squareness over here? Oh, hey, that's nice. I kind of just want to find out what happens. Yeah, kind of what I want to do. And actually, this, you know what? This doesn't have to be this wide. If I went and did this. And you know what? I'm going to break the pattern I was working because we might leave ourselves a little bit of room for a little service or something of that nature. I don't know. So I'm going to trim that way. And then for doors, I should be able to do a couple of triple-sized doors over here. Insulation is fine. A little bit of a foundation hit. And yeah, furniture. That's one of the things. It's like, oh, I should build this because I've got the furniture kicking around. So I'm going to activate that. And then I know I'm going to do these for roundness. And then we're going to take a look to see if this long straight section leads to squareness. It's possible that squareness and roundness literally is just the corners that determines it. And a straight is just neutral. But then I'm also wondering if, like, if I add little sticky outy bits. Now, it might not be enough to just do, say, this tick here. But maybe I could build, like, a little triangle, a little spike that comes out, and that might generate roundness. We shall see. But yeah, this feels pretty good. I mean, I could have gone and repeated the pattern, but I don't know. Like, or I've done the shorter one over here to do the size. But this feels really good. Maybe this is it. And we're not going to have so many straight lines. We'll have some wider boulevards. And then we'll have a slightly varied sort of internal structure. So, I mean, we're going to be on a grid because we're not really building diagonals. But maybe it's not going to be a fully repeating regular grid pattern. A little bit of zigzagging. No, that's not the worst thing ever. You know what? Our odd jobbers are getting a little low. How many people are going to come in? 49. Do I want to take in 49 right now? I mean, I'll need more housing, although I did just build this area. Screw it. Let's do it. Food is still really good. Oh, yeah. And we unlock our level. There we go. Training grounds. Yep. Military. And we get a little bit more innovation and our first tick of knowledge. Allows us, okay, so I need a tick of this to even train archers, so I want that. Interesting, why is this unable to afford? Does it not say 10? Don't I have 35? Oh, it's innovation! That's not knowledge-based. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that would certainly explain that. Right, pillars, but we don't actually care about statues. Or torches. There's a lot here we could ignore. I might grab some benches at some point. The basements will be certainly good. And then I could spend a tick of knowledge just making sure we have access to our swimming pools. And we could even go all the way to fancy wells. I don't know. The posh relief, fancy markets, proper. Oh, do you guys care about graveyards? Services. I don't see graveyards in here. If we looked at humans, did you... I can't scroll this. Is it access? Is it environment? What? Oh, burial. Hold on. Ooh. Oh, they don't bury in there because they probably don't care. They do like graveyards. I think it might be worth getting that sooner rather than later. Some people die of like old age and different things like that. I think I'll go and lock that in. I don't want to run out of knowledge. Oh, how do you feel about stages? Is that access or services? Stages, you love stages. Okay. We will unlock stages. And in fact, I think I'd like to build one quite quickly. So a stage. Ooh. What am I thinking of? Oh, speakers. I'm like, that seems way bigger than I remember. You probably want speakers. You do. Okay, well, I mean, again, right now our happiness is fine. But I kind of like the idea of like, do I want to move this so I can fit this in here? I think I do. Remove you. I'll just leave a one gap after all. This will be a no gap. All right, that's fine. And then a stage. Oh, maybe we'll put the stage right next to the shrine. Right, the stage is for like actors and things like that. This could be make bigger and different sizes. Hate that. Well, you know what? I am going to make it this size. Oh, it's the same amount of furniture. So we're going from 999 to 10 by 8. So this actually only occupies 8 squares, and it's the same amount of services, but more importantly, is it fits my pattern. So we'll do that. And yeah, there's going to be tons of people willing to come in. Hello, yearly report. Tons of wood. Oh, which is going down. Probably because various outstanding wood chopping jobs. Oh no, there's still tons of wood sitting around. Yeah, okay. And then you're getting constructed. And then do we have the ability to feed you in some material right away? Or is that an upgrade? And if so, what was it? Were you leather? Missing workers. Okay, well. Accept a few more. And do I want to let this grow unbounded? Maybe not quite yet. And we actually, okay, we've got less than a year of surplus now. Okay, so you can accept clay. So in fact, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to put an import depot. Let's assume, here, I'm going to go into planning mode. And then I'll probably forget to turn it off later and get annoyed by it. So if we assume that I'm going to go and build, let's say we're going to end up building 3 of these. I mean, we got room for more, but let's say 3 as like a nice little pattern there. And then if I turn off planning mode and I put an import depot right here, and we use this to import clay. I guess your mechanics are based on a warehouse. That's where I guess I'll do a little clay warehouse. Do I want to put the clay warehouse here? Maybe just on the other side? That leads to more walking, although maybe they grab it from the import depot. It would be nice is just to say, import until this depot is full, ignoring warehouses. I don't think that's a thing, though. Google research. Yeah, 0 right now, because I don't think we're actually getting any of the fruit yet. Meat, we might need that, but I think we can probably, yeah. I'll just go ahead and blindly add more of the onks in here. I don't know if it increases the rate at which we get the livestock, but okay. So the idea here is we're going to be importing clay because we don't want to have to make our own clay. Imports maximums fill both warehouses. Oh, and import depots. Okay, so this will keep a full import depot. Now, that is 2,400 clay. I think we can probably say something like 20%. Keep yourself 20% full. Hopefully that works. And then assuming it does, we'll go and turn on the clay import over here. Oh my gosh, we're 40 minutes in. You know, I really was trying to make the videos a tiny bit shorter this time, just to make it easier to have daily videos. But, you know, sure, we'll go long again. That's fine. That's very typically me. Oh, we do have... Well, -4 is interesting. It doesn't list homelessness. But if I go here, will we see any? Not yet. But I think it is a good sign that we're going to need some more. I don't know that we'll need more over here. Most likely what we're going to want is some over here, which I think is probably just... I think I'm just going to build houses on the other side of this little road. Yeah, I'm going to go and do that immediately. Because apparently I one more turn, non-turn-based games as well. But I think that's going to be the idea. Okay, we're going to wrap it up here. Folks, thank you so much for watching. Of course, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe. They're good for the algorithm. They're good for me. They're good for you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.